Hello and welcome to this video on the Recovery Effects Bad Comrade V3 Eurorack module. Let's check out what's to come before we get into the video.
What's in the northwest? I've reported seeing them on...
The website states this is for glitch, pitch, slice and dice. And to quote the webpage, the Bad Comrade is a powerful glitch, delay and chaotic distortion tool packed into a tiny 4 HP module. Freeze wrecked blips and oscillations in place, create scrambled gated delays and straight up over the top distortion, all mixed to taste with the original signal. Now the module's 4 HP with our input, output, mix control, glitch control, which you can tell is feedback for the delay, but there's lots of interesting quirky things going on, time control, CV for time, CV for mix, and it's all very quirky with how it interacts with each other. And we have a freeze button to actually freeze what's going on in this kind of audio process buffer as well. Distortion, delay, I just kind of think of it as a quirky glitch machine. And I've been enjoying a range of patches, so let's get into those. Timing index on screen if you want to skip through the patches. It's not a particularly long video, so grab a brew, get your feet up, and let's dive in. So here I wanted to take an already characterful, noisy, affected, let's say typical Eurorack patch, and just blending in some Bad Comrade, everything down and just turning up the mix. This would then be ripe for further processing with filters, VCAs and so on. You get that interesting kind of like feedback reverberance around the delay. So my signal chain here is a triangle oscillator with some random sequencing going on. Straight into the Bad Comrade, back out onto that blue trace so we can see what the Bad Comrade is doing, and then into a filter. I'm controlling the filter with this offset. So let's see what it does to this triangle wave. My filter has an envelope on it, and that is after the Bad Comrade. Let's drop the filter's cutoff. Kind of pyramid, stepped waves. LFO into mix. You can actually see the LFO coming out through the signal, so this mix input, I look at it as a kind of secondary glitch input. Again, I said this was quirky and glitchy. I mean, this kind of odd shifting that it does. It's not quite CVing the mix, but I'm glad it isn't. I like it as a kind of secondary glitch in. Now with any kind of glitchy, odd, quirky distortion, you've got to throw some drums at it, right? So here's a 909 style kick, and instantly it's wicked. We do get a slightly lower wet signal, process signal than dry. With all those added harmonics, the blend across that mix works nicely. Add some glitch. And it's bonkers. But because with the mix input, as we saw earlier, we actually get a bleed through of that signal into the audio path, we can use that to our advantage really nicely. Now if I patch a signal into the mix and then turn that up, this is a saw wave oscillator tuned in with the kick. Get this wicked kind of like hybrid bass kick drone type thing. And on my switch here, I can switch the pitch of that. and add some more drums. And again, kind of slamming this saw wave into the mix. So we're going to process some samples, but first I want to look at freezing. A real kind of just, ooh, spat at me. Glitching with the Bad Comrade. Without an input. We can get a range of odd percussive blips, noise, square wave like tones. But of course we can do this while there's an input. So I have a sample, kind of old radio style sample. I'm just going to pull in and out of the input and kind of grab bits of that and glitch that out too. The sample, which we'll hear in a moment, sounds like this.
One newspaper and another one got it sold and
So it's pretty chaotic. But let's just process this sample too.
He says that some pilots in the Northwest have reported seeing them on...
You can hear that delay kind of echoing around a bit clearer there.
...his own personal opinion on the nature of what he and the others had seen.
So as Recovery Effects make guitar pedals, and a nice range of them too, I figured we should plug a guitar into this thing. So I'm simply coming into the Moog, turned off, no distortion on there, simply using this as a preamp. And let's check out the Bad Comrade. And as I roll off the volume on my guitar, we're greeted by the filth. So I'd say glitch down for chords, glitch up for some cool single note stuff. So here I have just a sequence synth line. It's a square wave into a low pass filter, straight into the Bad Comrade. Make some nice Lissajou curves, setting this against another oscillator we're not hearing, purely for the visuals. And let's check out Bad Comrade processing this filtered pulse line. The combination of that delay and the distortion, it's like this reflective, haunting vibe, and it's that really made me want to make this video. And it can do that kind of broken up, quite pure reflective drive. So that's it for this video on the Bad Comrade V3 Eurorack module from Recovery Effects. Hit like, subscribe, support my work on patreon.com/DivKid if you like what I do and you fancy some bonus exclusives over there. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.